Hi, and welcome to this B1 Usability Package What's New session for 2022.05 release. This is a minor release, but at the same time it also have some important things for the future in regards to performance. And it's a bit different performance in that in Denmark we have this proverb that many small streams make a big river. So it's actually not something you see exactly when I press this button. It's slow, exactly. But we found some things in regards to HANA, and we have found some things in regards to the dynamic syntax. So let's get into it. So the first thing here is HANA only. And as you can see down here, there is a link with much more information about this thing. But the short and long version of this is that in SAP Business One 10 and HANA 2, there's a change in how HANA makes connections to data. Some add-ons are affected, some are not, and B1 Usability Package is one of these add-ons that actually are affected. And for that reason, we needed to make some changes, which is now out as an experimental feature that gives you in various degrees of performance. B1 Up is not too impacted on this compared to other add-ons like, for example, CRM for Outlook, while BS and Protomix are not affected at all. But again, more in the link down here. The short of it is that the benefit for you is if you turn this on, because it's off by default, aka you need to turn it on, then you get better data access performance. Sometimes huge performance, other times you won't even notice that you have turned this on. And it's all described in the link, so boyum-it.com/link/long-lived, because what these things are called is called long-lived connections versus short-lived connections. And it will tell you all about how to turn it on, why, and all these things. So my recommendation to you is you try to turn this on if you're running HANA in SAP Business One 10. Because if you are just a slide-based technical, it's very easy to turn on. And later on, sometimes in the future, we will actually turn this on by default. But for now, we are keeping it to an experimental feature that you can turn on if you feel your HANA system is a bit too slow. We also found a few other places for more performance in that we have the dynamic syntax, as you know, the $, square brackets, and so on. And we have found some places where we can make it faster. Again, not the individual call was slow, but because dynamic syntax is used all over the place, we found some places that could make it faster if you called it a lot of times in very short succession. That is on by default. So it will just feel a bit faster. The final one is for MS SQL. It doesn't affect HANA. In that the SQL inside the B1 search tool was missing no lock-ins, and since it's search, it makes sense to have no lock-ins on the SQL. That's now been added to it, so that will also make B1 search slightly faster, depending on how pressured your SQL server is. That's the performance. Other quality of life features is the UTT handler. Combo boxes are ordered by name instead of value, and some very, very minor features like, for example, the B1 print and deliveries custom mapping is now not needed to restart the add-on, for example. So again, a minor release, but it's still a very valid release to check out, especially if you're on HANA, because there might be some good performance gains to be had. So with that, I will thank you for watching. The release is slightly later than normal. It's out on the 17th of May. And the preview is out now, as always, if you want a sneak peek. And can all be downloaded from download.boyum-it.com. So that, thank you.